Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a nice and chilled ruby breakfast consisting of, I believe, pink grapefruit, apple, orange, and pineapple juice. Either way, welcome back to the game. And in the previous episode, we were working on the main central cell block area, basically getting it fit for prisoner habitation. And hopefully that is the case because they are arriving in about 30 seconds. Before we crack on into it, a couple of things. Firstly, utilities, wiring, and door servos. I do definitely need door servos here and here. I also would probably benefit from, let's have a look, some drains over the shower, which is something I completely neglected during the build, and that should hopefully fix the issue. I could place them here and here, but no, that should be fine. Also, flooring, reclaimed rubber will go there and there, and just there's something that really makes me think that this area here is going to cause us all manner of problems. I do think these steel footbridges are going to be ripped out, and we'll be changing them to just the stepping stones, which is not great. And to be honest, we might not even bother with that, and I'll just put standard. I'll just put standard sort of flooring in. The reason I went with this is because there's still water underneath. I guess, actually, yeah, that's a good point. If I was changing it to standard flooring, then tunneling might be an issue. I mean, it's a limited one. Let me just pick up cell block B. We can pick up a third grant because of loading. And I'm going to go with, here's some prisoners here. So let's go for informant. And, we have a legendary prisoner with an unknown trait. We've got an expert green thumb. It's expert fighter and green thumb, stoical, strong, some unknown ones, fearless, etc. So they're going to crack up with the building around these parts. Also, while we're on it, we're going to go with a mail room, and that's going to go here, and that will allow us to obviously get mail to the prisoners, which should cater for a couple of needs. It's very simple to build. It's just your sort of standard mailroom thing. It's desks and sorting tables, and that's now in. And also, I want to go with, in terms of staffing, maybe we'll go with 6 cooks. Going to pick up another armed guard. I'd like another sniper as well, because we've got 2 guard towers. I'd like a third guard tower. Actually, I'd like 25 guard towers, but we can't afford them at this stage. Also, a couple of things. In our policy, I'm just going to pause it here, we do have policy for high risk. We do have solitary in here, and as has been rightly pointed out, we don't have solitary. Correct, and that is completely and utterly an oversight on my part, but I do have a plan for it, and it sort of fits in here quite nicely. So we're going to put those in there. Door secure, which will go in like so, and then solitary, that'll have to be in rooms, solitary, click, 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 and there's that pretty much done. Obviously, the security of this place is not where it should be. We've got all of these double staff doors, which I will eventually change to more secure doors. I'm thinking probably key cards, or maybe even door servo things. Haven't yet fully decided. And obviously all of these perimeter, or at least fencing things here, should be perimeter walls. So we'll get on top of that eventually. Just going to double check the deployment, and it is now sorted. Yes, okay. And I'm going to change this to, all of this is going to be maximum security. And in here, and in here, and that's pretty much done. Okay, good. So we've got in the door servos, which are not yet wired, so I'm going to go ahead and wire that up. So connections, and it is the, where is it? Door control system 1 and 2, and that's now in. We're also placing in the drains, which is good. And is that guard stuck? Antonio's there. No, I don't know if they're stuck or not. Don't think so. I think it's just a case of having to move around. Okay, so we have inmates. Let's have a quick look at the needs here, and we can see there's needs for sleep and privacy and freedom. These are being, it's a critical freedom need, but it is being fulfilled according to that little blue box. Bladder and bowels is going up. Actually, we'll have to look at regime. That's something I haven't changed at all. So I guess we're going to go with basically free time across the board. Let me start from here and do the standard thing that we have. I'll keep the eat time as it is. So we'll have, in the morning, we'll have an hour of free time, and then we'll have eat, 1, 2, and then it's work lockup, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, free time, Actually, don't do that. I'll just go free time. Yeah, free time before eat. Then a bit more free. And oh, it's already kicking off. Brilliant. Let me go with, where is it? It's going to be work lockup or just lockup. I'm just going to go with a straight up lockup in the middle. There's always some sort of lockup. And what's going on here? So we do have some traits and strong fearless. We've got legendary prisoner, so they could be fighting that way. We don't have... we have a lot of unconscious people. That's what we do have. Yeah, we don't have the non-lethal sniper, so I'm just going to pick that up before anything else. We'll also go with recycling initiative as well. So already a great start. Looks like we have got the doors in place for the solitary, so that's going to be a lot of people are waiting here, but they will be taken. We do have some medics on staff, and oh, is that person being found with something? They are relaxing. What are they relaxing? Experience? None. Okay. It just says escort prisoner to cell. Okay. Right. I wonder why they are... Oh, they are now being escorted to the cells. Right. Fine. So danger level is increasing. Staff morale is high. Prisoners are saying they're well treated. Some have serious complaints. Some have been unnecessarily searched recently. That's their opinion. We do have the tracker pilot scheme. So we need to get that grant done. That's the best way I can describe it. So we need to install a couple of things. It is a medical box. We'll place a medical box in like so. We'll go with a tracker monitor, which will go in security like so. We need to go with a health monitor, which can go in here. All this is temporary. We need to have a router. So router... I'm just going to place it. It doesn't matter really, but I guess I'll put it in maybe there. And then we'll assign some belts to people. So if I remember how to actually do that, I think it's in intelligence, security, and then basically you can go with danger. You can change them as like vulnerable, unmarked, etc. Tracking menu, that's where it is. That makes perfect sense. So I'll assign it to that person, and that person. So that's 3 tracking belts. It even says tracking menu on the left-hand side there. So yeah, all good. 1 maximum security prisoner arriving at some point. TBC. Well, actually 1 hour and 5 seconds. 1 hour and 5 minutes. So yes, we might have to change up the scheduler for people in solitary. We might have to do that. How are we doing with the tracking belts? Obviously this is staff only, but they should be escorted to do that. Or are some of them in here? No, they shouldn't have been, because I did go with tracking menu. No prisoners found. I did say escort them. I'll give it a little bit of time. I'm not going to worry about it too much. But once that's done, we can then get some more grants. Although we probably need more prisoners to get more grants, actually. Policy-wise, I'm not going to change the category. Because, well, then they can't go elsewhere for this point in time, anyway. You've got things like tool cleanup and crackdown on drugs. They require 40 and 30 prisoners, yeah, respectively. And then the inmate nutritional research, which is 20 prisoners as well. Looks like we've got offshore tax haven. Oh, that was done previously. Recycling initiative, which is good. We've also got things like maybe permanent punishments. Not really, oddly, no. We've got non-lethal sniper. So, but yeah, we've got most of the stuff there that we need. Just waiting, like I say, for the prisoners to be escorted to get that done. We've also got a couple of things like this large jail door here, which I very much need to have it automated, but I've sort of messed up in a way because I can't put a door servo there or there because it's where the other ones are. So what I'm going to have to do is move them and then dismantle the other ones, and then I can then put one here. Like so, all of these anywhere, these doors will eventually change to jail doors probably. It's kicking off again, and it appears to be a standard affair to this legendary prisoner. Everybody's fighting the legendary prisoner. And yeah. Wow. So that's Marco Quattro de Cavallaro, I think. Prisoner number 9876171. And their character is, well, it's extremely strong, extremely tough, extremely volatile, stalker, snitch, fearless, expert fighter, dealer, supplier, green thumb foodie. I mean, there's nothing we could probably do to alter that anyway because, well, the plan was never to protect. Well, we don't have solitary. We don't have solitary confinement, so there's nothing which we could have done about that one. I guess we are going to quite of a harsh facility. Let's go with door control systems. So we'll re-engage the door control systems on the other side, and then that one there. And yes, apparently they still haven't been tracked. Tracking menu. So this guy, yes, I want to say you go and have your belt assigned. Okay. I've said okay a couple of times. Let's see if it actually does that. Some of these, the routers and stuff require electricity. Haven't yet plumbed that in, and I don't plan on doing that. I have a feeling that they're not going to be able to go over here while that's staff only. Change it to shared, and then I'm hoping to see 3 or 4 guards rush in and take these inmates where they need to go. Or maybe none of that's going to happen. 4 in solitary, 2 awaiting, and 4 in lockdown. Yes, perhaps more solitary is required, and we can do just that. Over to the walls and doors, and to glass walls. I'm going to do that, and add in even more solitary. Secure. Yes, rooms-wise, I'm going to remove all the designation of rooms from that one. Solitary. There it is. So we've now got 8 solitary, which is probably a better ratio for the type of prisoners that we have. We haven't done a shakedown, but we will get on with that. Okay. They're not going over here. I'm going to do a test, and it's probably a really bad one at that. Ooh. Yeah. Alright. Well, I've changed it all to so that the inmates can get over here. They also can get right near the edge now, which is not something I wanted to do. But I was going to say, inmates are being escorted over there, but that's not the case. Let me try this again. Have I got enough tracking belts? Medical box. It's got 5 tracking belts inside it. It does clearly say that. Tracking menu. So you, and you. And you, and you. There's 5. And there's solitary going in as well. Okay, good. They're not drones, you know, they need free time to keep them going. Work/free time. I don't know why I had that as work lockup. My mistake. There we go. That's better now. That prisoner hair then came down here and then went back up, and I don't know why. Oh, there we go. We have tracking belts on platter. That's good. So this is working. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Fine. And it's something we won't touch once we've done it anyway. Right, over to needs and staff needs specifically. That is looking pretty good. Other needs for the inmates are a bit of hygiene and critical and freedom, but nothing major there, which is fine. How are we doing with tracking belts? Still 3 left, which makes sense because it's on 66%. Let's double check the deployment. So these guys are tracked. So I'm going to say Taylor, you. Need free time to keep them going. We've got that now. And money is going up. And there's that tracker thing done. Okay, good. So I can do a couple of things. I can actually double check any grants. None of these I think we need. No, I'm going to pick up the other ones later on. So dismantle most of this stuff. And I will dismantle because we can sell it. And there's all the tracking. Oh, no. Not remove the medical box, because then we can't untrack them, and then there'll be people wandering around with belts that are basically just a lead weight. So, oh, no. No! Right, I have to reinstall it. I thought we could do that. Okay. In order to get access to it, you need to have all these items. That's curious. So, shows you how much I sort of don't really bother with it, really. We have done when the DLC came out, and we've played around with this, but it's not something we focus on, certainly not. But now we've got that, we can unequip, unequip, unequip. And then I'll change everything back over to what it needs to be. 51,000 generic units of currency. That is a very nice amount. Is that an amount that will help me out building the next cell block? Well, I think it's going to take about at least half of that to put just the walls in. So, we'll see. Is that right there? 3. And then it's this. It's other words. Noises are available for being surprised on just how much money you can spend on a bit of wall. I think I mentioned, but a lot of people have requested that we switch over to a different type of wall. Specifically, like a standard wall with barbed wire on the top, or electric fence. Electric fence would be good. I'm going to stick with the perimeter, though, just for thematical purposes. And there we go. Okay. So we'll crack on with that. I'm just going to double check the belts. Belts have yet to be uninstalled on Prisoner Platter. Once they have been uninstalled, we will, or unequipped, I'll go ahead and put this back to factory. It keeps saying they need free time to keep them going. I mean, I've got work free time. I'm just going to change it to free time because there's nowhere for them to work. It just seems a bit open now, doesn't it? Like, really? Do we have 3 hours of lockup? Do I have a bit of yard time, maybe? Why not? Why not? Why is Prisoner Platter? Unequip, yes. Game's fighting me all the way, fighting me constantly with this one. I don't think we need any more guards. I probably want an armed guard patrolled around here. That's the thing, this was gonna be perimeter wall, but I'm tempted to make it glass so we can shoot through it. Yeah. Have this external bit perimeter, but all the internal glass. That makes a lot more sense to me. Although it does mean that they can punch through. Well, because it's only a, it doesn't have a gap like this, so they can't punch through and hit this guard patrolling. If there's one in here, then they can. So it's a bit different. I don't think I'm going to worry about it too much. Assigned armed guards. There we go. Tracking menu. Still. It's very curious. Anyway, shake down all sectors. First one of the series. Let's see what's been nicked. And stuff can be thrown over, by the way, because obviously we've got this all open now. But so far, everything's pretty much okay. To do unequipped prisoner, it does say that, specifically in there, unequipped prisoner. Did we find literally a cell phone? Is that it? Yes. A baton, drugs, cell phone and lighter. That's pretty much it. How curious. Prisoner Platter. Still awaiting that belt removal. I still have access to it. I mean, I'm tempted just to make it easy. Platter. Remove prisoner, yes. And there we go. They can leave the facility in other ways. With a permanent tracking belt on them for the next facility. At least that's not our problem anymore. Right. So, deployment, we will change this back to staff only, where it should be, which is basically almost everywhere. And there we go. This can go to max sec. That can be changed. That's no access, but just one bit. And there we go. So, that seems to be working all right so far. All of this here should be perimeter wall. And obviously I know we went with some of this other stuff with this fencing. Don't know whether we... How much would the clone be? Quick build, custom cloning. The full thing, I'm going to go with 38 grand. 36. Well, 35,900. Not totally beyond expectation. Ah, I see what's happened. I've been gamed. Demolish walls. Yeah, to be fair, the fact that they didn't do the corners was a bit of a different one. Let me remove these bits here because I'm going to put in the perimeter wall here. Oh yeah, they came and did that quick. Perimeter wall, straight across. And in there. And in there. Actually, just in there. And in there. And in there. Because we need to get to this side. Oh, so they can't even get to that one to demolish it. Right, they pretty much have done it in the wrong order. Okay, well, we'll get on with that one. And once those are upgraded, I'll do the others as well. How have I managed to put... Oh, yeah, CCTVs on behind those weights benches. Yeah. So needs-wise, I mean, things are pretty much there. Obviously, there's a need for freedom. Adding free time or yard time to your regime. Facilitate the need via specialised means either through farming, fight clubs, or the cinema room. Okay. I could technically put a cinema in. Cinema. I could remove the common room section and then put the common room section in here. Cinema. Oh, cinema. We could have in the screen. I'd have to move the... Oh no, we can put it this side. Oh, it's still a bamboo one, isn't it? Put in the screen. Projector. And you need benches. I mean, you could just bench small in. You just put bench. Let's see what that's like. I'm going to do... It's a bit close to the front, isn't it? I'll put in 2. And see how we get on. It's something I didn't really anticipate building. But, well, I've ordered them. See how they crack on with that. Demolish these walls here. They've got all the way around there, that's fine. Perimeter wall goes there. Perimeter wall in here. Which is good. Then the extra perimeter walls. All good. Got prisoner intake as well. Let's have a quick look. There's a foodie. Okay. And the snipers are going in there. Who's that? We got Butterman the sniper. Payne the sniper. And I do technically have 3 snipers. I'm going to place a guard tower there. Makes sense. Lots of logs to export, which is standard procedure, I guess. Okay. Do we need any more workers? I mean, it feels like we sort of do. It's just when harvest time. Is it harvesting? Coppicing, maybe, actually? Because the stump's there and it still grows. Either way, it's when that's in play when we have the issue. That's a bit of an issue as well. There's going to say, I definitely wired that up. It's just happened to me that I've placed the security desk there, and when you remove that, it rips up the... Yeah, it rips up the security. It rips up the power cable. Looks like the building okay. Perimeter wall can go in. And then the rest of it's alright. Out of interest, how much would cloning this be? So, quick build, custom cloning. It would actually be only 10 grand. Not terrible. There's our projector screens in, which is bamboo. But they're in. Let's see if that cinema room works. There is a family need. So it says, most prisoners want to keep in contact with their families one way or another. The easiest way to do that is add phones in your prison. Visitation and mailroom can help, which we've got, and pet birds and video call booths. Apart from visitation, we've got the rest. So, I'm actually not worried. Really? Should be alright. Yeah. Let's double check that perimeter wall. That is in... Oh, yeah, that is in... It's in order, which is good. Okay. Well, so far, we've got our 12 prisoners. Maximum capacity is 12 prisoners. And there's no big dramas. Apart from maybe that laundry basket is stuck on a footbridge. I definitely wouldn't want to bring a casted laundry basket up and down the stairs. That seems to be just an accident waiting to happen. Double check me patrols. Got a doggo patrol. Got armed. Got armed. Got the snipers. Staff only. Well, that should be staff only. Don't know why it wasn't. Just a quirk, I'm guessing. Okay. Yeah. This patrol here worries me. They're a bit slow, like, going on that patrol. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to eventually concrete it, the whole thing. But I'm just going to concrete it temporarily. Like this. Down to there. And then we will obviously be using, you guessed it, line tiles on this corner. Actually I could probably do the lines around there as well. Bit of a mess on, but it means that the patrols will be a lot quicker. So that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one because it's going to go around. And then back to concrete tiles, which is going to be this, and this. And then, I think I've just got a couple of the edges that I've missed. Not like that. Okay, so, we have inmates. We have okay cash flow. We've got grants that we're working on. Reoffending rate we could drop. But it's on 54. Yeah, that ain't happening, is it? I think a lot of that reoffending would have jumped up when we had the snitch legendary prisoner, which we no longer have. Either way, we're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. It's been smoother than I had expected, but has gone also better than I'd hoped. We've had scarily eventful facilities in the past. This so far is not that. By design, it's supposed to be secure. And I do think it is. What is concerning is the critical need that we have. Oh, actually, there was some critical needs for family, and that's now gone. And freedom. Critical need is, it says it's being worked on. It's free time. They're not on the cinema yet, but They can go there. It is installed. All right, we'll leave it there for now. So we have had to fight a couple of fires, as it were. That's wrong. Let me fix the flooring before we finish off. That means that probably other parts are wrong as well. Maybe not. Yeah, so definitely a couple of things I've had to do, like quick regime changes, not in terms of countries, but we changed up the regime. We obviously installed things like the projectors and the cinema rooms and such. There's someone look on the calling booth. We obviously have had to add in very quickly things like drains and the extra walls and such to put in, well, some amount of solitary, but where they've gone is actually perfectly fine. I'm happy with that. So overall, yeah, that design is so far working, and hopefully we'll continue on with that in the next episode. Speaking of that, we are going to most likely pick up a big lawn, and I'm just going to clone on the left. I'll probably build the bottom bit first, so we know that once this is working, it'll function as is. But as always, we'll see how we get on. Hope you have enjoyed the episode, and comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.